Oh, right. Okay, let's turn it this way. All right, now we are live. So, hello everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're okay.
Yes. This Thursday in November, the month just seems to fly right by.
Yeah, time flies.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah,
yes, yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
I just quit writing. I was writing for another 2 hours on the next essay on our winter festivals. And as we said it on Tuesday, it's titled "Winter Warriors," and that maybe sounds like a strange name, but if you will read the essay and be part of the event, you will definitely understand why that is, because it does have a martial, um, yeah, a basic martial understanding, because the Woden's Wild Hunt is a band of fierce warriors in the end.
Yes.
So that's the why of the title.
Yes. Yeah. No, I
So
like it too.
yeah. Is there any news, Morgan? Did you have any questions or requests from community members?
Oh, yes, definitely. Because we had this we had the tarot part two that I know people were catching up on, and then the new one with the Game of Hope Lenormand. And
Hmm.
somebody had commented in YouTube wanting to know more about the Jeu Lenormand, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And going like, because they know you specialize in that too, like what you thought of it, like descriptions of it, like how you would use it differently, just mostly basic information. Now I'm trying to remember the question.
Yeah, but
I
so
have it.
yeah, more
Yeah,
information about Le Grand Jeu. Yeah,
yeah.
actually, I think that's really a great deck. I have it in front of me.
Oh,
It's here on my desk. That's
oh,
this deck,
that's
and the really great thing about it is because we all know, so I'm very much known for my work on the Petit Lenormand, but as we all know, Madame Lenormand, she had no direct link with the Petit Lenormand cards. Neither does she has a direct link with the Grand Jeu cards. But these cards they seem to be designed on her works, on her vision, because there's a lot of stuff in there. And it's like overall divination. You have like geometric symbols, you have like constellations with stars, you have like letters where you could somehow, because this is a new replica deck. I owned a very old antique Grand Jeu, which I sold. And now I rather would have not done that. But anyway, I have a bit of sorrow in that regard because, yeah,
oh no.
yeah. Anyway, that's the way it goes, but I was really intrigued by those cars because they seem to gravitate around the life of Madame Lenormand. Because as we all know her, and we do have a podcast on Madame Lenormand. So maybe if you want to dive deeper into that, you have to go see our library. Um, but Madame Lenormand, she was very much into Greek mythology and
Hmm.
all those different symbols. As you see, here is the depiction of Jason and the Golden Fleece, somehow a hero's journey in Greek mythology. Here are the cards, so the playing cards, and here she had like letters, and there you could somehow, yeah, if you because with the old deck there was also this small old antique French booklet, and since I am able to read French because I live in a bilingual country, I really dived deep into that. So I also ran a course back in the days on the Grand Jeu. Yeah, and it works really amazing because there is always interaction with cards beside that.
Yes.
There are different layouts, but to give you an idea, so these images, they all have different meanings. So here is a meaning, here's a meaning. Here's always in the middle something with flower language. You know, that's something really interesting from that era. In the middle there is or a depiction of a Greek scene from mythology, or often also alchemical stuff,
Yes.
because she was also in that, you know. And then, yeah, of course, the constellations and the letter somehow that was in order to do some overall divination. Do you seek a lover and you throw out some cards, and with these letters you somehow construct a hint who that could be or something like that. So yeah, it's like a multi-layered pocket knife, if you want to. But it is a hell of a task to really learn it in depth and to remember everything, because each part of these cards, so you have always like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items on the card, and each has its own meaning. So can you imagine? And it's like 42 cards. So 42 cards times 7 meanings. You know that seems even more layered than learning the meanings of tarot cards. You know, and that's also something the difficult part in this.
Yeah.
But I had so much accurate readings with that. If I could have the time, you know, doing email readings, doing stuff for myself, and I really love this deck. But then you
Oh,
have, of course, the time, okay, to lay out, and an email reading, that's a other kettle of fish, because you have the time. So
yeah.
you lay your cards on there, and you can really resonate. You read the book, and you can think about that, you know.
Yeah.
But I can assure you, they are really, really, really accurate. That
Okay.
was my experience with it. But I have to be honest, I was never able to learn all those meanings out of my head,
Yeah.
as I did manage with the Petit Lenormand and some other, like the Petit Detail. Yeah, Petit Detail is actually also written on the decks, but those were the Petit Jeu Lenormand, uh, some playing card systems, um, and the Tarot de Marseille. Those I could somehow grasp in my head and work with, but I never succeed in doing it with this. But if you want to work with these cards and you really dive deep into it, yeah, you have this is like, yeah, it's top notch, I think.
Yeah. And oh, sorry. Because I was going to say that was actually the question one, the accuracy of it, but also the question was, would you use it for something more serious? This is a question in the YouTube. Use it for something more serious, or would you just lighthearted?
You know, and there will be a lot of people listening who also read cards, but reading cards for myself was never my forte. But I think that will be with many people, because you either, at least in my experience, read what you fear or what you hope.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
I did
Yeah.
experience, because I owned all those classical decks, like the Sabine de Salon and all that, and the Jeu. But if I really wanted to know something for myself and not influence it with a deck where I knew everything about it, I, for myself, had much more accurate readings with decks I did not own as much.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense, because then it's just on the table. These are the basic meanings, and then I construct a story with it.
Yeah.
And that was my experience, and I would love to find out how you guys experienced it. But at least that was not my forte, since if you know everything, you somehow, or I was somehow constructing a story either for fear or hope. But maybe that's up to me, that I was not talented enough to read for myself.
Yeah.
But there,
Who knows?
if then this was my number one go-to deck for
Yeah.
myself.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I. So yeah, and that's the proof that they work.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
otherwise, I was always, I have a love-hate relationship with cards,
Yeah.
as you all know. But these are the relationships that that go a
Yeah.
long way. They
Yeah.
are intense. Yeah, but I was often somewhat disappointed by cards, as I said so many times.
And there's,
But
yeah, 'cause
no,
you, oh,
I
sorry.
screwed up myself. Probably I screwed up. Oh, sorry. What do you want me to say?
Oh, sorry. No, I was just going to say that because you have an interview like where in one of our podcasts where you do talk about that. And then somebody else said, Bjorn, I think it is comparable with TDM as a system, but more specific. I'm not sure if that's a question, but TDM is a system,
So
but more
TD,
specific.
you mean the Tarot de Marseille with
Yes, yes.
TDM? Yeah. Well, no, it's not comparable with that. You know, this is really a system because they work alongside each other. So they do correspond in different ways. You know, so this is a system.
Yeah.
But the Tarot de Marseille, these are single cards, and it's up to you if you put them beside them and read them somehow in like a more fortune teller or playing cards way that you have like meaning A plus meaning B plus meaning C is a sentence, something like that, or a concept or whatever. Yeah, this is much more layered because like the Tarot de Marseille, you have just one meaning, one allegory on the card or one pip card.
Yeah. Let me see if there's any other comments. Yeah. Okay. That was the only comment. So with the two questions, there was two so far. So
Yeah. So now I'm wondering, did you ever work with them, Morgan?
me, so I bought a deck because for everyone, I'm fortunate enough that you actually wrote, sorry, a whole like PDF on it, like going into every detail, going into all your stuff. So I was fortunate enough to read that. So yes, I bought a deck, but like you said, I haven't really dove into it yet since I was waiting for your course.
Yeah, you know, and the course, well, we will bring them out later. So we will first deliver a really new Petit Lenormand course, but I definitely want to do also the Jeu course. And these are the course is already existing, but that's is the literal translation from the old antique French text.
Oh,
So that's why
okay.
it's so special, you know. But it's also the case, you know, it's difficult to read because language take an evolution, you know. Uh, my mother tongue is Dutch, but you know, way back Dutch sounded different. They had like other words, so it's an evolution, and it's the same as with French.
Yeah.
So I really had to translate that, and that was also in the same time that I really dived into the Petit Étaya and the work of Étaya. You really have there was a yeah, I really had to go to those old French sources in order to understand what they really said. So that it was way far away from modern French we learned in school.
Yes. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Must have been a task then.
Yeah, but as you said, these are the things I really like, you know, all that nerd stuff. And I like to be up at night with a candle and trying to figure out who Etea was. You know, for me, I had much more, I always said that, much more spiritual experience with that than reading cards, you know, but yeah, I'm a bit different in that regards, I think.
You know, yeah, no, I love the history too. I like reading everything behind it because I feel like you have a better relationship with the cards when you do dive into reading it, seeing everything where it came from. But that's with everything, excuse me.
Yeah. I think it's a matter of perception, Morgan, as always. You
Oh,
know, for me, it's very much
from,
adding on to the atmosphere if I can somehow, yeah, dive into that time era. You know, have a great imagination in that regards. You know, and I
oh yeah.
always like biographies. So if I read like
Oh, me
about
too.
Thea, yeah,
Yeah.
it's really interesting because I can, in my fantasy, go towards that era. I am in Paris then, you know. So I think that it's that's all for me.
Oh yeah.
By the
And
way, now we are talking about Madame Lenormand. Yeah,
um
probably she would have red cards by the system of ETEA.
oh yeah.
Well, another Parisian big name and the first professional cardinals, as far as we know.
Oh yeah. No, and I'm sure, and that's actually segues into the next question that's on there. And I am so sorry, everybody, but I'm about to butcher everything this guy just wrote, but I'm gonna read it anyway. So, do you believe that Bratiau had learned cartomancy from Lenormand, and this deck is the product of that?
That
Do you want
who?
me to spell anything?
But who? Sorry, I did not hear it.
Oh, so do you believe that it's Breateau? I might have messed up the pronunciation. Had learned cartomancy from Lenormand, and this deck is the product of that. He's talking about the deck you're just talking about.
I have to admit, I totally don't understand the question. I don't know who we are talking about.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
maybe send it
Oh, yeah, yeah. I can screenshot it and send it here.
on
Let me
Messenger? Then we can, because
on
I'm
Mes-
here in front of my
on
laptop.
Facebook Messenger. Yeah,
Yes, if
I
you
can.
want.
Yeah, I can send it on Facebook Messenger. Sorry, everyone. Like, I still am like not that great with pronunciations.
Yeah, but that's the
Learning
same
though.
for me. And I am lucky because I can really pronounce French, but I
Yeah.
really struggle with pronouncing English stuff.
There, it's
But
sent. It sent it. So
yeah, I see.
yeah. So I
Yes.
apologize, everyone. I am learning though, because it's funny when I read all the biographies and I read all the books, like even when I did the deep dive on French, like all the kings and queens of French through the French Revolution, I just skip over the words I don't know. And it's like, no, you need to stop and actually learn how to pronounce them. you know?
Yeah, but that's something very difficult, Morgan. But we Belgium is we are bilingual. Actually, have like three languages, and we are obligated to learn French in school.
Mhm.
But in Holland, we have been a long time under French occupation, uh, and that's why that is. And the half of our country speaks French.
Mhm.
But in Holland, they are not obligated, or they don't have French in school, so they really struggle with French.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
sure.
but they are very good with their English pronunciation and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have like German in school more than we have. So yeah, what is that? Bjorn, compare with a system. Do you believe that Breton had learned Cartomancy from Lenormand? Oh, that's a good one. I have to guess. I really have to guess. I don't know. Constantinos. No. Yeah, sorry, I have to admit, if I don't know it, I don't gonna use my fantasy. So yeah, I don't owe wisdom. I don't know.
But that'd be a good thing to research this week for us. I'm going to look that up too and read a
Yeah,
book because
yeah,
I
yeah.
love to read anyway. So
Yeah, let's find it together,
yeah,
Constantinos. So, but
yeah.
what do you think? Um,
Let me
yeah,
yeah, let me see
I
if
don't
he
know.
wrote. Well, he hasn't written anything yet, but yeah, definitely yeah. I love to hear people's opinions because that's how you learn more. I have to say, since we started doing this podcast, I've reread everybody's books and then I dove deeper into other books that inspired me. So I have been like just reading constantly besides working on our events, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's a hell of a task to
But I like it, especially with the French. I just finished this for everyone. There's a historian that wrote. Well, she talked it. She did a 62-hour lecture about the French Revolution with Madame Tussaud, Madame Lenormand, everybody. Like she dove deep into everything, and it was actually a really fascinating lecture series. So I'll have to send you the name because she's a historian. She teaches now, I think, at Berkeley, but she spent like the first part of her life traveling to those places and going to every library, every site, everything. And this is what her 62-hour lecture was from her travels and deep dive and like living over there. It was very fascinating.
Yeah, that's interesting, but we will come back, Constantino. So let's find it out together.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, if we throw all what we know together, we can maybe come to a conclusion or a theory or whatever. So let's
Yeah.
find out. So, and
And
this counts for everyone. Everyone now listening in, if you have a question and you think we might maybe are able to answer it or to give another hint, yeah, please shoot. So that's why we're here. We want to be a real interactive community.
oh, and especially for what's it? Yeah, Constantinos. Oh yes. If join our Facebook community group, I will put it in this as soon as we're done going live. I'll put it here because we have so many discussions over there. We have so many history things. We do a lot more interacting there every day versus here where it's maybe once or twice a week. So
Yeah, yeah, indeed. So to round it up, uh, make sure that you are part of our upcoming events. So we will launch the second part of our winter festivals at the 13th of December. There is a event for European time and there's an event for American time on the same day. So no one has to skip work or whatever. So for everyone, there's the right time to be part of that. It's not just the event. We will provide a great essay, workbooks, a lot of value.
yeah.
Then on
Oh,
the 30th of December, is this right? We will do a event on the Petit Lenormand cards.
yes.
So also
Yes.
make sure that you are part of that. So keep an eye on our socials, keep an
Well,
eye on our website. Yeah.
yeah, and subscribe. If they subscribe, I always send out email announcements.
Yeah. So subscribe, you can only benefit with it.
Oh, yes. And then he actually did comment back. He said, "Me too, Bjorn. We don't know, but I have started to believe that she had something to do with Lenormand. She claimed to be her student, but nobody today believes it. Yet in her books, she seems to write in behalf of Lenormand."
Yeah, that's the difficult part with history. Yeah, it's difficult. They can say whatever you want, but yeah, absence of evidence does not mean that evidence is absent.
Oh,
So
yeah.
some things we have to let, yeah, what it is. But I really want to investigate it. I really heard the name once, but I really have to dive back into that. So
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely getting the book. Hopefully it's in English, you
yeah.
know.
But you will always see that, and especially in that era, also the occultic era, and people claim a lot of stuff. They claim to be the sidekick of Aleister Crowley or Papoose, or
Yes. Oh, yeah. No,
if it adds,
yeah.
if it adds to their value, or yeah, it's like famous by proxy, that ID.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but in the end, it's like a small circle. If you can be part of it, and you do see a lot of, because I also do a lot of research in regards of Freemasonry and all that, and then people of other mystery bonds at the same time, like the Rosicrucians and all that. So it is a small world, and there were a lot of connections, though. So I
Yeah.
do think that it was possible to be part of that,
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's,
but
yeah.
not everyone, yeah, could carry that. I think you
Yeah.
were not so popular if you said I'm part of that. Then your life was at grave danger often.
Oh, yes.
So
No,
I take my
definitely.
hat off for those people who dare to stand up or to speak up their minds.
Yes. Oh yeah. So true in history. I know. It's only after the fact. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was just
Yeah,
seeing if anyone else wrote anything more. It's hard because I got to go back and forth between the screens. I doesn't show me the comments live unless I go back and forth. So
yeah,
I'll find it. It's got to be a better way. We'll find it.
yeah. And if someone answers, we take it on Sunday because then we'll be live again.
Yes.
By the way, we will record a lot of new episodes for our podcast with really great guests. So yeah,
Yeah.
really be part of it. And I don't know if you listened already to our previous podcast. So we have all the great cartomancers there. We have Mary Kay Greer, we have Rena George, we have Donnelly de la Rose, we Kathleen Matthews.
Yeah.
All those
Yes.
heavy
More.
hitters.
Oh
we're
yeah.
all there. So
Oh yeah. And plenty more. Like plenty more.
plenty more to come. In all the fields of mystery.
Yes. Yeah.
So again, follow us, subscribe, be part of the community, as you all experience now. It's very interactive. It's different, like
Yes.
any other thing. So
Hmm. Yeah. It's fun. It's a lot of fun because I like to hear what people say too.
yeah. So I would say I see you on Sunday, and I hope that we have news for you, Konstantinos. Uh,
Yes.
I think, yeah, Konstantinos. I somehow my gut feeling says that you are somewhere in Greece, so we are almost at the same time zone. I think 1 hour difference, but tomorrow when I wake up, now it's here like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I will dive in to that matter with my morning coffee. I think.
Yes. Oh,
When I have news, yeah, we will say what we have found on Sunday. So I hope you do the same, Konstantinos. If you know something where we can start from, or whatever information that you already have, yeah, it's more than welcome to answer
yeah.
your question.
Yeah. And I'll put the group information because I'm going to dive into it right after this. I'm going to start looking for the book on Kindle.
Yeah, yeah. You still have a whole day. I have to go
Yes,
to sleep.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's 4 o'clock here.
But you see, always one of us two is awake, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So someone's always here for everybody.
Although I somehow ask if you sleep at all.
Oh, yes, that's. Oh, and he says you're correct for yeah. Yes, no, yeah, I do. But there's always so much to do, like so many fun things to do. But he did said you are correct, you remember. So,
Okay, okay, people, we are off. I'm going to bed now. We see you on Sunday.
yes.
Well, I hope that I see you tomorrow. If you did not yet subscribe to our socials, to our Facebook groups, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I'll I'll put it all out there. All right. Thanks everyone. And don't forget to subscribe here and follow. All right. Thanks everyone.
bye.